Diana, you talked about that you didn't even necessarily think about becoming a professional flag football player because that dream didn't even necessarily seem possible. What, though, were the ways in which you continued to stay motivated in a sport, again, where there wasn't necessarily a lot of support? And was there ever a moment that really crystallized either the challenge or the pushback that exemplified how you had to continue to push through?
Well, yeah, as you said, it is hard, to stay like committed and to a world where you do not feel necessarily welcome. And that's the way I felt for a long time in this sport. I already mentioned I had to start playing with older girls. At some point, I had to play with all boys in an all boys leagues, being the only girl. Again, because I was trying to find my place on this field. I think I was so blessed and lucky to have a support system behind me, my parents, my coaches that really trusted in me, no matter what the world was saying, no matter all those no's out there saying me, no, you're a girl, this is not for you, no, you're too young, no, you're not gonna be a good leader, no, you're not gonna get anywhere playing a sport, like just focus on school, no, no, no. And just one yes for me meant it all. The yes from my parents, the yes from my siblings, the yes from the people and friends that trusted on this dream. I think the moment I realized that I couldn't just stop, not only because I was passionate about the sport, but as Menta said, like I realized that this pursuit of my passion was bigger than me, because I was representing the girls that didn't have that opportunity. I grew up with some girls that are not playing right now because they couldn't, because of their situation, because they heard all those no's from the world, because their parents didn't support them, and many, many more reasons that we as women in sport face every day. So I realized that I was lucky to be where I was and have all the opportunities that I had, and that I couldn't just stop because I was somehow like being part of something bigger than me. It was representing women from my country. When I moved to the States at the age of 14 to play with a team from Philly, I realized I was the only Latina in that league. And at the age of 14, at the beginning it was like, oh wow, how cool. And then it is like, why? It wasn't because we didn't have more Latinas playing the sport. It just was that we didn't have the opportunities or the platforms to achieve those goals or be in those rooms, be in those places. So at the age of, I think 14, 15 was when I realized that I couldn't stop, that it was bigger than me, and then just having the opportunity to represent my country, be a voice, and be this role model I didn't have when I started playing the sport. Again, I didn't have someone that looked like me. I didn't have someone to feel related with. So somehow knowing that I was that person for many, many girls, that seed of motivation or inspiration or this light in their journey is what has been inspiring me through all these years.